Welcome to the Ho Stevie podcast, a podcast about surfing and surf gear and those heavy existential questions like why are we here? But mainly it's about surfing and all its different aspects. We'll dive deep as we really try to grasp its meaning, or at least some of its interesting bits and pieces, like what you do when someone asks you where the beach is. We'll cover things like surf trips gone wrong and surf trips gone right. Do you not wear a leash? If so, how do you sleep at night? We'll interview some of the industry's brightest minds and tell you about all the cool shit that we find. Once in a while, we'll check in on the competitive sect, but I'm afraid it will most likely be to object to its backwards schedule and its silly ruler. We dream about the day when it's run by someone who surfs, which would be so much cooler. We'll touch upon books, movies, and wonderful surfing history, but the topic of today's episode will no longer remain a mystery. I'm your host, Chadworth von Schredenstein, and today I'd like to introduce you to a friend of mine. So on our first episode, we thought it would be nice and apropos to start things off with a little introspective about the company, like to peel back the curtain a little bit, show a little leg, maybe, if you will.
There we go.
And what better way to introduce ourselves to you, the listeners, than to sit down with our founder. He literally puts the Stevie in the Ho Stevie.
Cheers.
But before we get into that, we have a quick word from our sponsor, Ho Stevie.
Who could it be?
Ho Stevie is the sponsor. Today's episode is brought to you by our surfboard car racks, the most versatile and affordable surfboard car racks out there. They can fit any car and handle any size board. Never again will you have to cram your surfboards into your car like Joey Chestnut, cramming hot dogs down his sweaty gullet at Nathan's hot dog eating contest every 4th of July on Coney Island. But like Joey Chestnut, our surfboard car racks are unique. The metal buckles are wrapped in silicone to protect you, your car, and most importantly, your surfboard. Ho Stevie surfboard car racks. Rack 'em up!
Is Joey a real guy?
He's a real guy.
Like from a movie or your friend?
No, he is, I'll tell you, he's the world hot dog eating champion.
Oh, no way.
And he set the record. I have it here. I actually
I
wrote
wonder
it
if
in my
anybody
notes.
else knows Joey.
Oh, this guy's insane. He dips. I mean, it's the new strategy. What they dip the hot dog and the bun in like a thing of water and just.
Yeah.
But he set the record. He ate 76 hot dogs, buns, and dogs in 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
Isn't that disgusting?
Yeah. I used to eat them cold out of the fridge.
That's kind of gross too.
When I was a kid. But yeah, not 76 of them.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Can you imagine the?
And then he just pukes it up afterwards.
I was wondering. I don't know what they do. I'm sure there's like a rule where you have to keep them inside of you for a certain amount for the record to stand. But that would be an angry and weird dream you would have after that sleep, after 76 hot dogs.
Have some night sweats for sure.
Yeah. Okay, well, enough about Joey Chestnut.
Enough about hot dogs.
Yeah,
Let's
hot
talk
dogs.
about
I
surfing.
promise you that'll be the last time I ever talk about hot dogs on this podcast. Maybe.
Never say never.
But I want to get into it with you, and I really just want to learn about your story and the concept, how you came up with the concept of Ho Stevie, that light bulb moment, what possessed you to go for it and build what you've built. And so, I mean, really, I guess let's start with Stevie. Where are you from?
Yeah, so let me just also say, this is our first podcast. We don't really know 100% what direction we're going to take this thing, but I just figured we just start with like the baseline of like our company. It's kind of like, I don't want to be like self-promotional, but just to like give our history and where we're going as our first podcast. And then for future ones, we can either interview other people in the industry or talk about current events and stuff like that. So we don't really know what we're doing, but we're going to give it a shot, and hopefully you guys like it.
We don't know what we're doing, but we're having fun doing it.
Yeah, just got to do it.
Just got to do it.
So what was the question again?
Well, just tell us. You can start wherever you'd like to start, but I just really want to know your story and how, where are you from, I guess, is where I'm first going to start.
I'm actually from a small town in Wisconsin. Probably wouldn't expect that. But I moved out here like 13 years ago.
Okay.
I went on my first flight when I was like in college. My friend came out here. He was like, I'm gonna try to surf with my sister. You should come with. So took my first ever flight. Came out here, went to La Jolla Shores, stood up my first time, fell in love with it, and moved out here a year later. And
damn.
Yeah.
So your first time surfing was only 13 years ago.
Yeah.
And you ripped.
So that's a pretty long time. I'm not that good. But I can run a surf company better than I can surf. Oh. That's good. But no, I'm all right. It's fun. But yeah, doing it every day. Like it's been a long time, 13 years. I actually feel like I should be better. And so now I've been like more focused on if you do the same thing over and over, like just go out and like try to have fun, you're not really focused on improving. Right. So in the last couple of years I've actually like watched like coaching tutorials and stuff. I want to get a coach.
Really?
But learning about like the shoulder positioning and like how all this stuff affects like how to pump for speed and right. things like that, instead of just like going out and having fun every day, but like actually focusing on like how can I do better maneuvers and go faster and stuff like that.
Right.
So I'm trying to improve, but
I like it.
I've
known guys who've done the Brad Gerlach's, like it's not, I forget. Wave Kai, not Cobra Kai, Wave Kai. Yeah. They liked it.
Did they like it?
Yeah, they liked it. Yeah. It was like the online thing, and I mean, I think it's also about, it's kind of like yoga-esque, or like it's about like getting your body prepared to do these maneuvers. So I'll touch base with them, but I'm pretty sure they enjoyed it.
Yeah, they have. So there's that one. There's like, gosh, what is it? There's like these Australian guys. Man, I can't even think of it now, but they're
popping up.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
No,
it's like they got to be the biggest ones, or they at least like spend the most marketing dollars, because I see their ads all the time. And
it's not like the skateboard ones, right?
It is.
Oh, it is.
They built like the bowl, like a circle.
Yeah.
And I wanted to build it in here, but they didn't have the plans ready, and I don't think they wanted to share the plans. But
is it the blonde-haired kid? Like he's like got.
It's like an older guy.
Oh, he's an older guy. Okay, I don't know. They haven't targeted me yet, but now that we're saying it, I'm definitely gonna get it right when we're
it's
done.
Good
here.
Though. It's
yeah,
good. So but I mean, like the main thing behind all of them is like shoulder positioning. Yeah. And like you want to like point both your shoulders where you want to go, instead of doing like one arm out to each side. I'm gonna knock the guy over. You want to like put your arms forward and stuff like that. So there's like the online ones are good, and I'd like to get an actual like in real life coaching session from somebody good too. Just time. I got a warehouse to run, so not as much time for that stuff. But I would like to get better. Obviously, I want to be like inspiration for, if I could like own the surf company and be a ripper too.
That's crazy. Even better. Well, it's crazy just to think, small town Wisconsin.
Yeah.
You decide to fly. You fall in love with surfing. You decide to fly out, and then you're here. How long are you here before this starts to kind of, this idea pops in your head?
Yeah, that I started the company I think like 9 years ago. So I was here, whatever the math is on that, 4 years.
4 years
without doing this, and then that was when the first product was the GoPro mouth mount. So I saw all the pros were like, this is back when the GoPros had the outer case on them.
Yeah.
And to make it waterproof. And then you'd stick the orange floaty piece on the back.
Yeah. Used to have
and then you'd like put that in your mouth and hold your GoPro, so you get the POV angle without like wearing a head strap, or what was the other option? Like a chest mount. And so, but then you're like biting on this orange floaty thing, which is not comfortable, not what it's meant for. And so I saw some videos of how to make your own like mouth mount with a scuba mouthpiece, and then you just kind of like rig it to another GoPro mount. And so I ran with that, and that was right when the San Diego library opened their 3D printing lab. So I was getting like AutoCAD designs, taking it to the library, getting my prototypes, like rapid prototypes. And they're like, the kids in the lab, or like whoever was like supervising, they're like, we're not supposed to do this for business purposes, but I won't tell anybody. Yeah. So I was like just going there every day, getting a new design until I got one that worked, and then figured out how to get an injection mold made, and so they could be mass produced. So that's how the first product came. And
was that product did that when you released that, did it just take off?
No, it was super slow.
Okay.
Because I also like didn't know how to sell on Amazon at the time. Mm-hmm. So I was selling them through my website, and I would do like custom colors. You could choose what color mouthpiece you wanted, what color zip tie, what color plastic mount piece, what color screw. And I think like you could choose a black or orange floaty too because you want it to float if it falls out of your mouth. So like totally customizable. And I was always good at like SEO ranking things. So that was just my goal, is to get it to the top on Google. So yeah, eventually I got to the number 1 on Google and Amazon. And then this other mouth mount company, MyGo, sued me for patent infringement. Yeah,
but that means you're doing a good thing. That means you're doing something good.
They had a better product.
My dream is to be sued.
I just marketed it better. Yeah. Nice. And so like they had a better product they had a bite support that went all the way back. So like,
what does that mean? Like to your like to your
back
molars?
Of your teeth. And I just had like a scuba mouthpiece that didn't have any support on the.
Which I never scuba dive. So scuba mouthpiece is just.
It's like a rubber mouthpiece.
Okay.
And then we had a plastic piece that came out of it, and he zip tied it.
Okay.
But so like, it was still a good product, but MyGo had a different and better one. Mm-hmm. And so like for that reason, I wasn't copying their patent.
Right.
And then they also shouldn't have gotten their patent approved because there's all the 3 videos that show how to make your own. It's called prior art. Mm-hmm. And so like Dummy Mount tried to get their patent approved and they got denied, but somehow MyGo got theirs approved because my lawyer said like the law offices get overworked and they'll let things slide. So for those 2 reasons, we had like a case, but like it wasn't worth fighting it. It could have taken like years and tens of thousands of dollars. So we settled out of court, sold off the remaining inventory, split the profits with them since the time that they got their patent approved.
Oh, damn.
But by that time, I had already come out with enough other products like fins and leashes and socks, I think, that business kept going as usual. And
this was all online at the time, though.
What?
It was all online.
Oh yeah. It was all online for the longest time. We only got the retail store in was it 2020 or it was 2021? We opened the retail store. So this was like we started in 2014, 15.
Yeah.
So it's mostly been online, and then just adding like one product after the other, selling stuff for half the price of the big name brands, cutting out the middleman, running a lean operation, not a lot of overhead when you're selling online. And then 2021, we needed to get another location. The friend that I was sharing a warehouse with, he was moving, so I had to get my own place. So I was like, get my own warehouse, or how cool would it be to have a retail store? Mm-hmm. So I got a retail store in the heart of Pacific Beach. I was like, if of any place, like this would be the place to have it. Mm-hmm. Just a few blocks in from the beach, and on like the main road on Garnett. Expensive rent, and we quickly outgrew that as far as like the space for inventory needs. So like our online stuff kept going really good, and like but not a lot of people were coming in to buy because
a lot of foot traffic.
Yeah, it's so convenient. You get free fast shipping from Amazon.
Right.
Like,
well, would they kind of?
Yeah, it's just like if somebody needs something that day, they'll come in and get it.
Mm-hmm.
But so that was like the gamble that I took with the storefront. That gamble did not pay off. It was cool to have a storefront, but I was locked into that for 2 years with the lease, and lost a bunch of money on that. And we ran out of space right away. So I was renting another warehouse, but.
Oh, so you were already renting another space on top of the storefront.
Yeah,
which is I guess a good problem to have.
Yeah, for sure. And then our lease expired January this year, 2023, and we moved into this warehouse and blown it up, trying to have a big 2023. So I don't know if I summarized all that, but basically like we've just been adding product after product with the same same quality for half the price of the big brands and trying to make everything you need to surf. And now we have wetsuits. We had soft tops. We just sold out of our last ones of those. Yeah, so we're going to try to get those back.
Spring suits coming.
Yeah, spring suits are coming. Women's wetsuits are coming. Hooded 5'4" wetsuits are coming. So like really trying to expand that line. Booties, hoods, gloves, mittens. And
mittens for the winter and for the water. Just kidding.
Yeah, well, there's like people even in the summertime here. It's like up north, they still people want the 5'4" right now. I'm like, oh, what a terrible time to launch our 5'4" hooded in July. And
but that's
people are
kind
like,
of
no,
when
I'm
people
gonna
buy that
it.
stuff. You know, they buy it for the winter and the summer.
But it's like I think in like Oregon or whatever, like they need that stuff right now.
Right.
I think.
True.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not my type of surfing conditions, but yeah. So we're trying to make everything for same quality but less price.
Yeah.
Best service.
You're doing it too.
We're not the leader anymore in the ponchos, but we were like the ones that made it popular.
For a short stint, you were the poncho lord.
Yeah, for like probably a year or two.
That's sick.
And like I thought they were dumb, but then I got them and I was like, oh, this makes changing way more easier.
Yeah, I've used one. I don't own one. I'll pick
What
up.
do you-
I'll pick up one of these once we leave here. I should be wearing one right now, but my guy right here's
I
got
said
one.
whatever you want.
No,
Dude,
I know.
and you don't realize it until and like people in the beginning were like, oh, ponchos are dumb. But I think they're becoming more like widely accepted now.
Yeah, I think so.
It makes it so much easier. I don't even like at my house, I don't even usually drive anywhere to go surf anymore because I live in Mission. But I'll still change with it at my house, even though I'm like not concerned about my towel. Like the whole point
Falling,
is like you don't want your towel to fall down while you're changing in and out of your wetsuit. Like even at my house, it's just way more. It's faster. You throw it on, and then you can change, and then you can like wear it, stay warm. It's just way better than a towel.
It makes sense because the towel is tight around your waist, and you got to get in there, and you got the flap, and you don't know what's going on. You know where you are. So it makes sense. It's loose. It hangs down low. You're good. So yeah, you don't know.
You just get lost.
You just get lost in that towel changing moment. I was gonna ask you one other thing about like for like the wetsuits, like that seems like a daunting task to me to just say, all right, I'm gonna go make my own wetsuits.
Yeah, the wetsuits was tough. Everyone was asking for years. I'm like, I'm never gonna make wetsuits. Like, so there's gonna be so many problems with like sizing and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But then we kind of like made everything else. So it's like, all right, I guess
we kind of have to.
Wetsuits are next.
Yeah. I guess you've told us how it started, where it's gone, how you've built it. We're now in this big warehouse. There's a room within this warehouse.
This is crazy. We got a 5,000 square foot warehouse, a podcast studio.
Oh, yeah.
We got another office room. I still need to set up the showroom, the kitchen area.
You just put a water filter in
I put a water filter
there.
in. It's kind of surprised we don't have a flood yet. The shutoff valve like stripped right after I put on the water filter thing. So you had to like turn the shutoff valve to turn off the water, put all your extra plumbing on, and then you open the valve back. But then when I went to shut it off again, it just doesn't shut off. So basically, if I didn't have those other hoses on there and I was trying to shut it off, nothing's gonna shut off and the water would just go.
It's flooding.
And so I need to get like a plumber to actually like
you should probably
charge me $1,000 to put a new valve on.
I'll take a look at it.
Okay. It's right now. It's just like, okay, nobody touch anything. But
I'm very not handy. Let me take a look at that.
And so we got the Fantasy Factory here. We got a half pipe, a mini ramp.
Yeah, we do.
Which takes up a lot of space, and now we're running out of space already. But
if you're looking for a half pipe,
yeah, maybe in the next year we'll have to get rid of it. But got our second shelf today. We got a rolling ladder so we can climb up to our 2 shelves and get stuff off the top.
Hell yeah.
Turn it into a legit warehouse, and we got 4 team members.
Oh yeah.
You, Justin, B, CJ. But yeah, four awesome employees, and trying to make the most fun workplace possible.
And we do.
So
we
I
have
hope
a lot
everyone
of fun.
enjoys it. I want to put out the best content possible. If you guys have been watching, we've been hitting those memes hard, and want to get back into the skits. Chad just started doing interviews on the beach, post surf interviews, which are pretty funny. And
they love when I approach on the beach. Tell me about it. Your surf. What'd you do?
Go away, man.
No, it's fun. It's fun.
But yeah, we're just figuring things out, and now we got the audio podcast. So, or you guys write? If I didn't mention that, we got Justin and Chad writing. So, trying to put out all the entertaining content for you guys, and the best products, best service. So,
yes, sir.
That's what's going on.
And okay, so that's let's end it with, where do you see it going? What are your visions for the Ho Stevie future?
There's some visions. Well, this warehouse is insanely expensive, the mortgage. So trying to grow the business, trying to do a big push the second half of the year. I'm just always working, but that's the boring stuff. But got to pay the bills. So hopefully the things that we've been doing work out. And yeah, we got all those new wetsuit options coming. So right now we have the men's full suits, 4.3 and 3.2. We got coming is the men's 5.4 hooded. We got women's 4.3 and 3.2 full suits. We got men's 3 different kinds of spring suits. That's all that has been confirmed so far. And then we're working on women's spring suits, working on booties, hoods, and gloves. So we got a lot of wetsuit options coming.
Wonderful.
I need to bring the soft tops back. I got to figure out a couple like factory issues there. I mean, fiberglass boards someday would be the dream if we can make a board a couple $100 cheaper than what you're getting it for now, and have it shipped to you.
It would break the game.
That would be a disruptor.
That
right there.
Would. I mean, you did the wetsuits. You did the wetsuits.
Yeah, so. I know, and people are catching on. I think everyone's like telling their friends. I think word of mouth really helps us, because we don't do a lot of advertising. Our margins are so low. If we spend money on ads, then we don't make any money.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of his friends telling their friends that it's actually good products. A lot of people don't believe that a $200 wetsuit is good.
They're all
very skeptical.
Incredible products. And I actually just had a friend text me a photo of him in the wetsuit changing mat. He was using it, and he's like, dude, this is Ho Stevie. You work for them. I'm like, I know. He's like, I've had this for years. I just realized
awesome.
that. Yeah. So he didn't even know, but he said the thing is, I mean, it's clutch. You can contain the wetsuit funk, keep it your car clean and dry.
That was another one that I didn't realize was so like helpful, because it's like
until you used it.
Changing on it, it's like, yeah, fine. Like you save your wetsuit from getting dirty in the parking lot, but like really, then you tighten the drawstrings and you throw it in your car, and your car never gets smelly and rusty. My old Saturn, the trunk was rusted out because I'd always throw a wetsuit in every day after surfing. And yeah, so that's for
I use it for
$20.
diapers too. I just throw
nice.
it.
Hey, you got kids, multifunctional.
Yeah. But yeah, it's awesome. I'm excited to see.
Go ahead. I want to take the team to Bali in January if we
don't tease me though. We got to go if you're saying.
It's probably just gonna be me and you.
Yeah. I think surf trips can be scary.
Yeah.
Going to like exotic waves, and you don't know if it's going to be huge, if it's like middle of the ocean stuff, so I think it's very like, I get it a little bit, like the apprehension at least.
Bali's different. Bali is like, you don't even have to surf.
Yeah, I mean,
and you can have a good time.
Yeah.
But like in Nicaragua, like that's all you do is there's no nightlife, there's no anything.
Right.
You're at your spot, and like Salina Cruise, when we go there, you just like, you wake up and surf, and sometimes like take a boat out and surf and come back and eat, and like all you do is surf and eat and sleep. Yeah. There's like nothing else to do, and that's like fun, but it's a different. If you don't like surfing that much, you might get bored. But somewhere like Bali, like you can not surf the whole time and have an amazing time.
For sure. I've done the Bali trip. I've done like the Salina Cruise trip. I haven't been to Nicaragua or Central America at all, really. So that's kind of on my list of where I want to go. But
so Salina Cruise and Bali, very different, very opposites.
Yeah, very much so.
Even like Salina Cruise, well, I don't know where you stayed, but we stayed like, you'd have to drive minimum 30 minutes to the beach every day, if not an hour. So you're not even like on the beach.
Yeah, we weren't either.
In Nicaragua, we were on the beach, so we could at least like go out. It wasn't the best break right out front.
Yeah.
But you could at least walk out and swim or paddle around until you took the boat out to the good spot.
Yeah.
But Selena Cruz, you're just like in a house.
We had a
away
Jeep.
from-
A Jeep came with our house.
Oh, you
and-
didn't even get a guide?
No, we didn't even get a guide.
I hear that's frowned upon in Selena Cruz.
Is it? Oh,
do they give you shit? At the spot?
Actually, we had one guy that we hired.
Okay.
That he liked,
But he didn't bring a vehicle?
He didn't bring not a vehicle big enough for us. But so we just used the Jeep.
For the big daddies?
Yeah, for the big daddies.
Jeep.
But yeah, this guy was with us. He took us everywhere around there.
What was his name?
What was his name? I think it was like Chewy or something like that. I can find out, but it was.
Sounds kind of familiar, but I think that's
Yeah,
that's the guy from the Chelsea Handler show.
Oh no, it was like Chupito or something like that. It was it was something CH.
Yeah.
I forget, but we spent a lot of time with the fella. But yeah, we just had this shitty little Jeep, and it's like we were too many people for the seats in the Jeep, so someone was always in the back, and you know those roads and everything.
Yeah.
So it was fun.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Shove everybody in there. We're always like sitting so close together.
Right.
I remember.
But yeah, I'm excited for it all, especially Bali if we go somewhere else, wherever. Mexico's right here, so we got options.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do some fun stuff.
But thank you for coming on here with me and sharing your story with everyone.
Happy to get the first one out of the way.
Yeah.
Let us know if you guys want to see anything specific, people you want us to interview, or just let us know if you like it or hate it, so we can get better.
Either one, we're gonna continue. But
I mean, if everyone's like,
if you all hate it, you might be
0 likes. We're probably not gonna go.
Yeah,
anymore.
it's true. We'll see though. So I wanted to try something at the end to segue us out of here.
Yeah.
If you want to do it, it's like a quick 10-question rapid fire. So just
all right. No, I'm not thinking. Just say
what it's like a Proust meets Turtle from the North Shore kind of questionnaire.
Who meets Turtle?
Proust.
Who's
Proust? Marcel Proust, the philosophizing thinker.
Oh,
the
I
Frenchman.
don't. Yeah, I'm not that smart. I guess I know Turtle.
Well, he's got this questionnaire that this guy James Lipton always used to ask at the end of his interviews with these actors. So this is just like my.
What was his show called?
Inside the Actors Studio.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, and like Will Ferrell did the spoof on him, and he's very like, with his car, he's got like 1 million note cards, and he's looking at you, and he's like, very, very serious, very, very serious interviewer. I'm not that. So let's just rip it though.
Right,
let's just see how it goes. Yeah. Okay. Ready? What's your favorite thing about surfing?
The feeling. This sounds so dumb.
What's your least favorite thing about surfing?
Crowds.
What's your favorite wave to surf?
I'm just gonna go with Mission. I mean, surf that every day. No crowds. Not the best wave, but no crowds.
What's your least favorite wave to surf?
I would say Henneman's. Or I vowed to never go back there.
Oh wow.
It's just like
The vow.
such a bad. Every time I go there, I have a bad time. I'm like, why? I'm never coming back. And after a few of those times, I'm never going back.
Okay. Do you prefer the smell of sunscreen or surf wax?
Surf wax. I'm a big anti-sunscreen guy. We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Next episode, but that's why we got the.
Exactly.
Okay. What's your favorite word or phrase related to surfing? Can be anything.
That's tough. All I can think of related to surfing.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
I like it.
I think I got like 3 that I can think of. So.
What's your favorite post-surf meal?
Oh, it used to be back when I first moved out here. S'mores. I would make.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I've become healthier since then. Just because I need like calories, and it was easy calories and delicious. And so I'd put a marshmallow on a plate in the microwave for 10 seconds. It just start bubbling up, and then you pull it out right before it like gets too crazy, and then throw it on the graham cracker and
the
chocolate.
mallow.
And it's like you don't need a fireplace. But for now, I'm a big meat guy, a big like carnivore type diet guy. So I'm all about meat and rice, bananas. I don't really like burritos. Let's just go with burrito for my answer. Yeah.
Burritos or s'mores, either one.
Yeah.
All right. Who do you wish you could surf like?
Ooh. Gosh, good question. I wasn't prepared for this, even though you've been asking people in the interviews. Man, who has good style? Everyone has good style. I'm just gonna go Craig Anderson.
Craig Anderson.
I feel that's a cop-out, but
I like it. No one said that to me on the beach yet.
I mean, the Hypto Crypto shot, like...
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. He's got great style. There's no wrong answer for that one.
Yeah.
But, okay, where's one surf destination you would like to visit in this lifetime?
That I haven't been.
That you haven't been. Or you've been, either one.
I mean, I want to go back to Bali.
Bali it is.
Let's keep pounding that one.
Okay. And last question. Are you afraid of sharks?
Kind of.
That's...
Yeah, if I start thinking about it, and then I'm like freaked out, and then my heart rate goes up, and I was like, great, now they're gonna feel that I'm like freaking out in the water, and then you just have to like not think about it because like they can detect that stuff.
I think so. I mean, I'm afraid.
And like be
afraid.
When you
respectfully,
like, what do you call it when you like kind of will something into existence?
Yeah.
And so like if you like that. Think about something all the time, like. We're going back to Bali.
Yeah, you put it in the universe.
Yeah. And so I'm like, oh, I need to just stop thinking that. Because I always like imagine it. Like, I imagine it like coming up and eating me.
So have I. And I do that. And it's not healthy. It makes things not fun.
So if you just don't think about it, then you don't get scared. But
I also just am sometimes just like, you know what? Fuck it. If that's how I go, that's how I go.
That's how you got to be.
And if I live, I'll never have to pay for a drink the rest of my life. That's like a Purple Heart or a shark attack survivor.
Hey, I'm going to buy you some drinks in Bali.
Oh, good. Please do.
But like, I think...
tanks, some binnies for the big guy.
Binnies for the boys. I think it doesn't hurt also.
Because it's so...
Yeah, and like...
Look at us getting into...
I've thought about it a lot, and like gunshots too.
Right.
I've heard of people like that get shot or like stabbed.
They don't even know.
They just feel like a pressure, but not like...
Yeah,
because they'll say like they felt something and then they put their hand in all this warm stuff.
They don't. Their mind doesn't register it until
or it puts like adrenaline or whatever. When I smashed my
when I
smashed my lip and split this whole thing open, it kind of hurt when it happened, and then when I was at the hospital, like it didn't even hurt. They made me wait for an hour. We went to the ER. I was like, they'll do me up faster there, and they made me wait for like an hour or two before they stitched it. And I was just like pissed off the whole time, but not in pain.
Was that surfing? How'd you do that?
Yeah. So like last year, I surfed Nazare.
Oh, that was that one.
Well, no. So Nazare, I smashed my face on the jet ski, broke my nose.
Right.
And then like a month later from that, just after I was starting to get back in the water, I went out surfing and like fell off a wave. I'm coming back up for air and... like take a breath and see this wave coming and my surfboard coming right at me. The board just got in front of me. I was in the wrong spot. I don't know. I didn't put my hands up. And so it just smashed me right in the mouth. And I'm like, oh, this is not good. Something's going to be missing. And I like felt it. It felt like, like those cleft palate kids or whatever.
Yeah.
It felt like my whole lip was gone. I was like, I'm going to be like, look like that and not have a lip anymore. And then, so I like run up back to my house and like just gushing blood out of my mouth. And like everyone on the beach like isn't even saying anything to me. Like maybe like you could help the guy out. There's like the surf school and everyone's just ignoring me, which it gets fine. Like I can take care of myself, but like it'd be nice. Like I'm bleeding out of my mouth.
Okay?
Right. And so I just like run home and look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, cool, it's just split open. But it was like separated but split.
Yeah.
So I'm like, at least my whole lip is there. I'm not like missing a chunk. So then call up the wifey and we go to the hospital and got it all stitched up and now it's looking like pretty good. I got it hidden by the mustache.
You're looking good. You're looking good.
But I'll shave it off in a little bit. It's just the phase that I'm in. But they 5 stitches and it
only 5?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like half of it was healed by the time they stitched me.
Oh, because
they're like, oh, this is already. They literally said they're like, oh, this part's already healed. Like we're not even gonna stitch it.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, why did I pay to go to the ER if you're just gonna make me wait?
Yeah.
But then they did really good on the 5. B was actually watching them do it, which I thought was disgusting. But then she's like, oh no, that one's not good. Like redo it. And so they cut it out and redid it.
You need someone there doing that for you.
Yeah. And so it came out perfectly. And then like on the way home, then it started hurting. So there's something anyway. To get back to the adrenaline, like something about the adrenaline and stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever your body does, it like takes that pain away while you're in that intense situation, I think.
I've got one here, not surfing though, but split. It was basketball, but it was the same thing, and I didn't feel it really. Someone landed on top of me and slammed my head into the floor, and I look up and I'm like this, and then my friend who's on my team, he just like turned and he like I think he went and threw up because he was like hanging off. And then but I wasn't in pain, you know. I was like went and get water. There's like blood everywhere, but I was chilling. And then ER, and like they tried to numb me up, but there was like it was so cut that the needle went straight through and just like went and like it was just all the numbing liquid straight on my tongue. And like my mom had to walk out. She threw up. And she was my advocate, but she's like,
that's how you know it's a good one. Making everyone throw up. You can't tell at all.
You can't tell. Only if I like go like that, you can see like a little scar tissue in there. But it was like,
that's crazy. Yeah,
they had to do inside and on the outside. It was all jagged, and then I mean, I got a tooth go through here too. It's all messed up. But I got the beard. You can't tell. Beard,
but
glasses,
but even without it, you couldn't tell, right?
Not really. You had to really look.
Mine, you can definitely notice. I didn't feel as pretty as you.
And I can't. This has been years though too.
Yeah. Well, you think it's gonna get? I don't know if it's. I feel like it's been like a year for me. I think it's kind of healed as much as it's.
I think it could.
Good. I need to find the fountain of youth.
Yeah.
And
scars.
Drink from that.
Scars are awesome too. Scars are cool.
All right, we'll go with that.
Yeah, go with that. Right on, brother. Okay. I think that's all. That's all I got.
Yeah. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. That's our episode for today. Our very first episode. We hope you enjoyed it more than guzzling down 76 hot dogs like good old Joey Chestnut. Sorry, Stevie. I know I said I wouldn't mention hot dogs again, but such is life. That hot dog life. When you're a hot dog, you sometimes got to talk about them. I'm a hot dog. We plan to release new episodes every week, so let us know what you'd like us to chase down, who you'd like us to interview, things we could talk about, questions we can answer, all that good stuff. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to check out hoststevie.com/blog, where we're posting new articles weekly. And visit hoststevie.com for quality surf products at unbeatable prices. Ho Stevie!